I have a huge what sold over the weekend as a full-time reseller. I was out of town in Disneyland with my family and we came back and I had a bunch of sales. So we did $968.36. These are going to be sales from some Thursday, but mostly Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So I'm just going to get started. The first thing we sold was this cabbie dress. I don't buy a lot of cabbie, but I really liked this style. It's a midi. I purchased this for $5.49. It sold on eBay for $30.36. So my profit was $14.43. Again, I pay promoted listings on eBay, so they take like a bigger fee, but I feel like I get more sales that way. All right, next, Toad & Co. I sold this on Mercari. It's kind of this big, like, oversized log and look plaid shirt. I purchased it for $4. It sold for $24 on Mercari. My profit was $17.08. Next, this is just universal standard. It's a basic. I need to do some lint rolling. There's a lot of black items here, so like a lot of darker clothes. So I purchased this for $2.44 at the bins. It sold on Poshmark for $15, so my profit was $9.56. Next was this, these Steve Madden heels. So I've had these forever, but I thought they'd be really cool for like some really cool, trendy bride. I purchased those for $7.69 forever ago. So I wouldn't recommend picking those up now. They sold for $28 on Poshmark. So my profit was $14.71. Next is this Core 10 sports bra. I sold one of these recently. I think my cost of goods is like $1.74. Sold on Poshmark to the same person that bought it last week for $10. So my profit was $5.31. Again, we need some more lint rolling here, but this, the next thing I sold was these Pedro Garcia heels. So I listed these recently. They're a suede. I purchased them for $13.20. Comps look pretty good. They sold really fast for less than I wanted to sell them for, but because it was fast, I sold them for $48. So my profit was $25.20. Then these pants, these are Assets by Spanx. I actually I don't pick this up anymore. I picked these up at the bins because they were an extra large. They still took a long time to sell, probably a few months. So I purchased these for $3. So they sold for $15 on Poshmark. My profit was $9. But we move on. All right. I love this Free People dress. It's so pretty. It's this beautiful burgundy. Here's the tag. But I purchased this dress for $4.50. It sold for $27. So my profit was $19.27. Oh, this also sold on Mercari. So love that. All right. Next, we have this Ibex basic top. I love Ibex. It's typically merino wool. I purchased this for $2.20. It sold for $25 on Poshmark. So my profit was $14.25. Then we have Show Me Your Muumuu. So I bought a huge thing from Boutique by the Box of a bunch of these Show Me Your Muumuu, brand new with tags, like bridesmaids dresses. And it was such a flop. I think my cost of goods was almost $30 per item. So I paid $29.47 for this dress. It sold on eBay for $55. It did go through the international shipping program on eBay, which if you aren't opted into it, you might as well. I mean, you don't have to deal with returns or anything. eBay handles all returns if it's returned on the international program, whatever. I made $17.09. The fact that I made a profit is just incredible. All right. Next, these are a pair of 11sies shorts. So they're kind of these felt shorts. Again, I need to do some lint rolling. I'm not sure what happened here. Anyways, I bought these for $2. They sold for $15. So my profit was $10. I think there were some flaws on the back there. I love this top. This is a Free People top. I wanted to keep it for myself. Obviously I didn't. So I purchased this for $3.83. It sold for $20 on Poshmark. So my profit was $9.01. Actually, this may have sold on eBay. All right, next. Okay, so I have a very interesting one. This is my best sale, you guys. These glasses. If you haven't heard of Jean Lafont, I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right. This is me trying to be fancy. You can see on here, it says Jean Lafont, don't look at my nails too closely, but it says like made in France. I've been looking at glasses. I purchased these glasses for $3.29. They sold for $180 on Poshmark. $180 for used glasses that have a prescription in them. So I put in the listing that there's a prescription. They're going to have to change them out, but look at glasses. It's crazy. All right, moving on from the glasses. Next, Princess Polly. I don't pick up Princess Polly anymore. These are so old. They're these cheetah print pants. Maybe somebody's buying them for Halloween. I purchased these. Actually, these were given to me. I wouldn't pick up Princess Polly, but these were given to me. They sold for $20 on Poshmark, so my profit was $16. And then next we have this Old Navy top. So it's just Old Navy. I was given this. So my cost of goods was nothing. I sold it for $11 on Poshmark, so my profit was $6.19. Then this is a really good brand, Ruti. So this is this gorgeous like wrap sweater. It's great for right now. I purchased this for $4.40. It sold on Poshmark for $119. There's a tag again. Great brand. It sold super fast too. I'd say I had that for like maybe a month and a half. Okay, next, Ralph Lauren. So Ralph Lauren, I don't typically pick this up, but this is 100% merino wool. I purchased it for $2.32. It sold for $48, so my profit was $36.08. Then this Baldini top, or Belle by Baldini. I got this for free. Somebody gave it to me. So my cost of goods was $0. It sold for $12 on Poshmark, so I made $9.05. Next is Patagonia. This is a men's Patagonia, just brown plaid shirt. I've had this forever. Size large, so I'm surprised it took a while to sell, but I purchased it for $2.99. It sold for $22 on Poshmark, so my profit was $14.61. Then this Lafayette 148. I actually am really liking picking up this brand. I used to not. I love this dress though. So I purchased this for $10. It sold for $70 on Poshmark, so my profit was $46. Then this Anthropologie purse. Oh my gosh, look how gorgeous this Anthropologie. It's suede. It has the little strap on the inside, but it's just by Anthropologie, and I thought it was the cutest little purse. I purchased it for $7.15. It sold for $28 on Poshmark, so my profit was $13.75. Then this James purse top. I love getting James purse. This is kind of their classic like slub tee, which still retails for like $190, something insane. So I purchased this for $2.61 at the bins. It sold for $35 on Poshmark, so my profit was $25.39. Then this is Universal Thread. This is just not to be confused with Universal Standard. Universal Standard is the one we like to pick up. Universal Thread is sold at Target. Someone gave this to me. It's just a jacket. So my cost of goods was $0. It sold for $12 on Poshmark, so my profit was $9.05. Next, this is just the Vera Wang, Simply Vera Wang. This is sold at Kohl's. This is nothing special. I also got this somebody gave it to me, so my cost of goods was $0. It sold for $8 on Poshmark, so I made $3.55. We move. Next, Lululemon. So this is just a Lululemon tank top. And you can always see a lot of times they have like these little sayings on the bottom. But anyways, I purchased this for $5.37. It sold for $21 on Poshmark, so my profit was $9.93. Then this adorable, intimately free, there's the intimately free people tag. It's this hooded sleeveless jumpsuit, super cute. I purchased this for $4.40. I sold it for $52 on eBay, so my profit was $38.95. And then last, this is a men's shirt. It's the brand Cinch. This is the older Cinch tag. I was given this was given to me, so my cost of goods was $0. It sold for $18 on Poshmark, so my profit was $14.40. Whew. Okay, so that is $968.36 in total sales over the last like 3.5 days. We love Q4. It's all shipping out today. Let me know what you think.